So as a stacker, it makes sense to buy the lowest premium gold you can at the best price, that's within reason. So you're not looking for something that's totally knackered and beaten up, but if you can get something at a 2 or 3% premium, like for example a 1 ounce gold Britannia, that would surely be the better buy than something like a Shield Sovereign at something like a 10% premium, or even further than that. Now, the reason why I'm still buying Shield Sovereigns and not just sticking to the best value, cheapest, 1 ounce coins is because it gives me a little bit of diversification. So we've seen a tricky market recently in terms of dealers. It does seem like things are perhaps slowing down a little bit compared to what they've been in the past couple of years, where we've had various issues and people have been wanting to stack for different reasons, doom and gloom and world ending, that sort of thing. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean we're all safe and in the clear, but there are definitely, cases for owning some different bits of gold in your stack. So for me, I think, well, if I'm in a market where I'm forced to sell at a time that I perhaps don't want to, and maybe the price of, just the gold price isn't as favourable, then maybe I can get something better back for some of the more premium coins. So this is an 1850 Shield Sovereign. We've got some quite nice detail, but it does have a little bit of gunk on it. I'm not sure what that is, a little bit of a mark there. Not the best, coin in the world, but it's pretty nice, A collector would probably be quite happy to have that, being, a relatively low mintage year. I also got another one because there was two for sale, and I just wanted to basically buy them both and, choose which one was the best, really. So I think this one's probably got a slight bit more wear, but is a bit cleaner. So depends, I suppose, what you think. Let's just get them both side by side. There you go. It's hard just to hold them both in the right light here with the slippery gloves on. Let's try that. So something like that there. Yeah, they're both pretty nice coins. And like I say, it's a relatively lower mintage year for the Shield Sovereigns. So there are some that are probably more scarce, but this is one that I've not just seen for a while. And then what do you know, two come up at once. So we bought them both. And then, yeah, another one here. Which isn't a date that I needed, but just looked a nice coin nonetheless at a good price, is the 1863. So, yeah, if you're an out-and-out stacker, you're probably going to be buying the cheapest, best value bullion that is easy to sell in your area. So, some people that might be scrap gold, some people that might be the Britannias, if you're in America, perhaps the Eagles are worth that bit of premium, maybe you're better on Buffaloes, Maples in Canada, for example, and so on. So yeah, for us in the UK, the Sovereigns are a great option, and just having some slightly more fancy coins could give me a bit of an edge in a crowded marketplace. There's not loads of people buying shields because they are, a bit of a premium. So, there's plenty of them. It's not as a shortage, but it might just give me a bit of something else to shift if, times are tough and I needed to perhaps move some gold on to maybe get into something else or whatever, whatever that might be, whatever the situation was that is occurring. So whilst I do think, buying your 1 ounce gold and perhaps other sizes when the price is right is a great option, really good for stacking the weight. It's nice and simple. Perhaps having some of the more fractional sizes and perhaps having something a bit more, diverse could come as an advantage at times. So you might not see much silver on the channel anymore. I do buy the occasional bit when the price is right, but I am more focused on the gold. I've got some silver, which I don't really see much of. Just, leave it there, let the price do what it does. And, yeah, ultimately, I don't really think silver is treated the same as gold in the markets. Silver is more of an industrial metal when you sort of look at the price action and things like that. So, yeah, to me, it's just different. I think a lot of the advantages of gold, things that people like about gold, are perhaps true for silver as well. But for me, I just prefer gold for, a store of value. And in my eyes, it's done better over time. So, not here to argue that today. Make obviously your your own decision. But yeah, those are my 3 new sovereigns, and that is why I often recommend buying the best value coins, but still continue to buy some premium coins as well. So I do buy, 1 ounce coins. I do buy other coins that aren't sovereigns occasionally, and I do buy other coins that are just normal bullion, best value, cheapest sovereigns I can get. And for that reason, I've also got a bit of a stack that has formed over the years at different price points. And for that reason, I feel a bit more confident adding some more fancy coins in there, because, if I did need to sell, even selling half the stack would keep me going for a long period of time, covering expenses for me and the family, for example. So it's not like I'm going to have to sell everything all at once and be forced to sell the more fancy stuff. So, bearing some very rainy days, I should be at least, in a reasonable position to keep afloat there. So nothing, immediately to worry about. But if you are brand new to collecting or stacking, I would probably want to get a bit of a stack together first. Then you're not like desperation trying to sell and just flogging the price down to try and get to a sale in a tough market. So that is why those of you that ask, you're buying these premium sovereigns, you're buying shields and things when you say that the best value is the best. And yeah, I do think best value is probably the best financial strategy if you're buying in physical gold. I do think it would probably be better than buying the fancier coins. You could get lucky, you could end up buying a shield sovereign that's particularly rare or has something unique about it and collectors want to pay more for. But yeah, ultimately the premium on a shield sovereign has gone up recently compared to at least the last couple of years, whereas at the moment bullion seems to be trending at lower premiums. So there's a bit of a gap there. It might be that shields in the future trade at a very low premium again, or it might just be that the premiums continue to rise. They're not getting any newer, and they're only going to get less rare as perhaps they're lost or melted down and scrapped and things like that. There is the possibility that a giant hoard of them could be discovered. You never know. Someone could pull up a shipwreck and there's like a huge store full of nice shiny sealed sovereigns, and that could influence the market perhaps for certain dates. But yeah, who knows? So that's my thoughts. What do you think? We'll talk to you in the comments.